All right, what's up, folks? It is Thursday, which means it is board 7 and 8 on the weekly challenge. I am your host, Rob Barrington from BridgeLesson.com, and we are sitting here with this nice hand 5-5 and a nice scorecard above us. I think we are, I don't know if we're comfortably ahead, but I feel like we're ahead enough where we might be able to even make a mistake or two and still be ahead as long as it's not absolutely disgustingly bad. So here, nothing too fancy on this particular board. We're just going to open a spade with our 5-5. Not that I have to say this again, but it's worth mentioning anyway. When you're 5-5, regardless of what suits they are, your goal is to open your higher ranking suit first and then bid your lower ranking suit twice if given the opportunity. So here we start with a spade. And we see, okay, 2 clubs, 3 clubs. Wow. Okay. If it was 2 clubs pass back to us, we might consider reopening with double. Here, we want to mouse over our bid first. And here's why we do it. Take a look, folks. I wouldn't necessarily mind showing my second 5-card suit in these spots sometimes, but take a look at what our partner is going to take it as. Up here, you see that it's going to say 5 spades and 4 diamonds. But it says 18 to 22 points. And this is where people get in trouble with the robots. When you play a robot tournament, I see so many messages where people are saying, hey, the robot bid 7 no trump on me. What the heck are they doing over there? Well, almost always it means you made some sort of bid like this that you were making based on your shape, and the robot took it for some sort of massive hand like this one is supposed to show. You'll see Gavin and I do this quite a bit in the robot tournament. That's usually our most common mistake when we make one is we make a bid that we think is just normal, but the robot takes it as some sort of ridiculously strong hand, and then they just bid game or a slam that we have no hope for. So on this one, just notice that if you do bid 3 diamonds, it's going to show much, much more. And that's your only choice. You're not going to bid 3 spades with only a 5-card holding. You're out, right? And we'll see if partner balances with anything. They don't. Now we're just stuck playing defense. Look at this. Take a moment, guys. I'm going to take a moment too, right? The opponents are in 3 clubs, and lefty overcalled 2 clubs and righty raised to 3. Obviously a reasonable raise here with this hand. Partner led the 10 of spades, which is one of 2 things. It looks like it's either a doubleton or a singleton. If it's a doubleton, we could give them a rough, but that means left-hand opponent is also out of clubs. So they can rough high, especially if they have really good trumps, and just draw trump anyway. So here, I would much prefer to maintain my position on this hand. What I mean by that, I'm going to take the king first. Always take your lower of touching honors when you're being led to. And watch what I have now. If partner does have a singleton, that means this player has 2 spades, which means they have to lose 2 spades as long as I never lead spades myself. Okay? And you can see that here. If that happens, if they lead towards this, I am sitting behind that jack with the ace and 9 of spades, which means even if partner has a singleton, as long as they can't get rid of any of their spades, I am going to have that position always. One thing I don't want to have happen, I do not want to be end played. On this hand, here's what I'm thinking. What if the declarer has kind of short diamonds, right? What if they pitch or draw these diamonds out, right? They get rid of 2 of these. And then they get rid of the hearts, let's say, right? Now, maybe I play a low heart or something. I duck it, and they now throw me in with this ace of hearts. Now, I can avoid this later just by playing ace of hearts, jack of hearts as I exit. And, I suppose I could do that now. But here, what if partner actually has the king of hearts? Right? I might be able to get a rough on my side. So all of these things being equal, I'm just trying to beat this thing. I don't think I'm going to be successful. But the best chance, I think, would be to try to get a heart rough here. And by getting rid of the ace of hearts now, I'm avoiding an end play in the future. So I'm just going to try to get out of my own way here. I'm going to cash the ace of hearts. I don't care what partner plays. I'm just going to fire the jack here. And I'm going to hope they don't get a pitch that really matters. Okay, let's see, partner. Let's see. Okay, thanks, partner. All right. So they led the spade to us. That's okay. Now we know they're roughing behind. Let's see if we can not only lead a spade towards them, but also I can't lead the 9 because I don't want to set up a trick over here, guys. If I lead the 9 of spades and they rough, the 7 of spades is going to promote. So I'm going to lead the 4 of spades. Partner should know exactly what I have left, and I should be asking for a heart with this, right? They know I can't play the 9. They can deduce all of this. And here, just like discussed, they can ruff high, which is exactly what they did, and now they're going to draw some trump. And we didn't get our heart ruff. This might be bad. And here we go, guys. One thing you can never pitch, just recognize that 9 of spades has to stay in your hand. It is guarding against that 5 of spades in the dummy, so that is a card that we can never get rid of. And here we go, guys. And this is why, guys, we do not want them to be able to pitch any losers on that card. And here comes a diamond play. Okay. All right, at least we beat it, guys. At least we beat it. Could have had one more trick, maybe, unfortunately. And we'll take a look afterwards. It's possible the robot just gets this right there, too. Let's take a peek. So this is what we care about in an imp format, guys. We just want to beat the contract at all costs, right? So if we can go plus when they're playing the contract, it is beautiful, as long as we're not missing anything terrible from our side. And here we go. Let's take a peek at where we got to. So we won the king of spades. And now let's just show our double dummy. So we did get the best line. There's our down 2, guys. Ace of hearts. And here comes our down 2. Jack of hearts, king. All right, guys, there's down 2. What did partner do? They led a spade, right? They have to understand. Right? What would we have led from king 3rd, folks? Right? The robot just has to know this, and they get it wrong here, which is fine. People are going to make mistakes. You've seen me do it a lot. I mean, the robot might be paying me back for some of the mistakes that I've treated them to over the past few weeks. But here, guys, very important to recognize what partner did doesn't make sense if they have ace jack 3rd or longer, right? Why am I playing the ace and then the jack of hearts on this end? Playing it because I'm clearly roughing, right? So at this point, partner has to understand that, and they also have to just understand that when we have a spade trick coming to us, we'll get it at some point, right? So here, very important that partner understands, hey, and they also saw, hey, we didn't continue spades, right? So at this point, very, very good spot. Well, wait, hang on a second. Maybe I could have done one trick better. Let's watch. Nope. Yeah. Once they play the 8 of spades, it's over because the jack of spades is in dummy. If they ducked, though, I could duck and then say, hey, partner, no choice, buddy. Lead that heart now. But here, when they cover with the jack, we're just cooked, unfortunately. But down 1 is down 1. We'll take that thing. All right, make your bid on this one, folks. A club on your left, pass a spade. What call are you going to make with this hand? I'm going to tell you relatively quickly, but if you need more time, just press that pause button and take a moment. This is a wonderful double. Now, when we double in the direct seat, after one suit has been opened, we have the ability to play in the 3 unbid suits, or we just have a very strong hand. But usually we have cards in all 3 of the unbid suits. Here, when the opponent's bid a suit and then a different suit, we are always 4-4 in those other suits when we double. This is magic. We still have an opening hand. So this is not the situation where you have less points because you're doubling later in the auction. This is a spot where you haven't bid yet, right? You have not made a call with your hand, so it is a full opening hand, 12 or more points. And notice the robot has the same information we do, 4-4, at least 4 diamonds and 4 hearts. And nothing's happening here. And unfortunately, we hate this, by the way, when the opponents bid a game against us. We know we've told them a lot about this hand. We kind of wish we could go back and take our bid away, but we also have to talk to our partner. That's part of the game here. So here we're defending 3-0. Kind of happy we're not on opening lead, to be honest. All right, take a look. Partner leads a 6 of diamonds. First of all, what kind of lead is that? And second of all, make your play. Right? And what else should we be doing here, folks? Let me just remind you of the auction. 1 club on our left, 1 spade on our right, 1 no trump, 3 no trump. Right. In these spots, it is very important when we have a lot of information to just put it together. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to just count the points. And here, I have 14. I should know my left-hand opponent who opened and rebid a no trump is 12 to 14, so I give him smack dab in the middle, 13 points. Right? So there's 27. And now the dummy has 7, 9, 10, 11. That is 11. That is 38 total points, folks. That is every card in the deck except for a queen or 2 jacks. So partner is very bored across the table from us, right? But that doesn't mean they don't have tricks. In fact, the dream scenario is partner has queen 4th of diamonds or longer. I suppose they could have queen 5th as well, which would be nice. We're going to do the same thing as always, folks. We're going to win the lower of touching honors. We're going to cash the ace. And now we're going to lead back present count for our partner. We're going to play high-low. This is going to be played when you win a card, or in this case, we've won the first 2 tricks. If we can, we want to tell partner how many we had left. And here we're going to do that just by playing an high-low, which is an even number. Notice what just happened, guys. Let me just remind you here. How many diamonds are left in the deck? Yeah, we have the last one, right? Partner led low from 3 small. But recognize that you don't have to count this entire suit if you just recognize that all of the players followed all 3 rounds of diamonds, right? Once you know that, that's 12. We played 3 tricks, all of them diamonds, no one showed out. That's 12, 13 in our hand. Boom. All right. So here, we don't love the idea that they have the queen of spades. It means they're going to take all 4 of those spades. And recognize that partner has nothing. I would say they probably have the jack of hearts now. I mean, maybe they could have the king of clubs here. Let's see if that's happening. Unlikely, by the way, but it's possible if lefty only had a 12 count that they had the king. So here, it just looks like partner has some sort of heart card. So our job is just to take the ace of hearts, cash the 2 of diamonds, boom, boom, and now just exit a heart and hope partner has something over there. There's that jack that we thought they had. And now this hand is over, right? Unless I didn't see exactly what was doing in the club suit here, but this looks like a winner. Yeah, there it is. Boom, boom. Okay. Nothing we can do. What I usually will do just to make myself crazy is see if there was any possible way to beat it. As I look at it here, I don't see one, but it doesn't hurt to just come over here and say, hey, is there any double dummy way we could do this? And as expected, no chance. And look at partner's beautiful hand over there. Only 1 point, which means lefty had their maximum for sure. And lots of 10s and 9s. I got to say, pretty darn good hand as far as their intermediate cards, but pretty worthless outside of that. I don't know. I would have maybe led the jack of hearts instead of the diamond, but I mean they're guessing completely over there, right? Jack of hearts would have been pretty good though. I think at least it puts a little bit more pressure on them at the beginning of the hand, but I don't think it's really going to make a huge difference as long as they just take their tricks, right? They're getting quite lucky with the lay of the cards, right? The queen and 1 of clubs is right here, and they notice they have no way to play clubs other than that, right? They're never going to take a club finesse because they don't have the 10 or the 9 themselves, so they're backed into playing this hand the same way they did, which will produce 4 clubs and 4 spades for sure, and 1 of those red cards will be their 9th trick no matter what happens. All right, so once we create a trick in the red suit, they are home free. They don't know it yet, but it's going to be a very simple execution for them to be successful. So that's it, guys, for Thursday's event. We will see you tomorrow for the finale and the results of our efforts. I got to say, I think we're still ahead, but honestly, I thought we were getting crushed last week and we tied, so I could be way off. Come back tomorrow and see how off or how right I am in the Friday last 2 boards, 9 and 10, and the results afterwards. I will see you then, folks. Take care.